going to watch some Jeremy Marcinick videos and take notes and make some comments. This guy is running for the governor of California. There's a lot of people that's running for the governor of California, but they don't have a Twitter, they don't have a Facebook, they don't have a YouTube. It seems like they don't want to talk to anybody. They want to take the power and, they want to control everything, but they don't really want to get their message out and, talk to anybody and try to spread their message and spread the joy. So when I come across Jeremy Marcinick, gubernatorial candidate 2021, question and answer to a police question. He's got a YouTube video and a whole bunch of shit, fire prevention and a whole bunch of shit. So, okay, here's a police question. Jeremy Marcinick.
Questions and answers as people get to know my philosophies on things and why I'm running for governor. So, hey, let's get started.
Good afternoon, Mr. Marcinick. My question is, what do you feel could be done to better the interaction between police and the public?
Let's start with liabilities. Not only for the public, but for the officers. I think with every interaction, officers need to have their dash and chest cameras on at every interaction with the public, and they need to be paid for by the departments, not by the officers. It would really help with frivolous lawsuits coming to the state, and it would save us millions. And it really holds the public and the officers accountable for their actions. And so,
yeah, so that's good, right? You have, body cameras and dash cameras for cops. Good one, Jeremy Marcinick.
Marcinick, gubernatorial candidate. Today we're just here. We're going to do some live questions and answers as people get to know my philosophies on things and why I'm running for governor. So, hey, let's get started.
Mr. Marcinick, how do you plan on reducing the fire risk that harms so many California citizens each year?
I think a good solution to this would be is if the state invested roughly $1.2 billion, we could buy 10 747 fire attack aircrafts, and that's at a brand new cost. We could park them somewhere centrally located in California, say McClellan Air Base in Sacramento, and in the event that a fire does break out, it's over 1,000 acres, we can call them up within 2 hours. We could dispatch these aircraft, and we can just literally precision attack these fires and get them.
It's time for the people of the state to take a stand. The recall election is September 14th. No matter who you're voting for,
it's time to take a stand. The recall election is September 14th.
It's time for the people of the state to take a stand. No matter who you're voting for, please let your voice be heard. Now is the time to look past party boundaries and come together to solve our problems. It's time to connect, be a voice, be heard. Let's make California thrive and return it to its golden glory, to once again be the dream each and every one of us aspires on. We are all different, but it's time for us to come together for the greater good.
I'm Jeremy Marcinick, and I'm running for governor in the recall election. Let your voices be heard. Let's take the governor's office back. And let's connect.
So, no campaign donations.
Please let your voice be heard.
Our infrastructure in California is failing. We were promised by current and past administrations by raising fuel taxes in California and having the highest fuel tax in the United States that this would no longer be. As we can drive around and clearly see, the problem has not been finished. This is the result. I'm Jeremy Marcinick, and I'm running for governor in the recall election. Let your voices be heard. Let's take the governor's office back. Or Jeremiah Marcinick, gubernatorial candidate. Today we're just here. We're going to do some live questions and answers as people get to know my philosophies on things and why I'm running for governor. So, hey, let's get started.
Thank you, Mr. Marcinick, for taking my question. Why are you doing this? Why governor? Why now?
That's a very good question. In fact, one I get asked quite a lot and one of my favorites to answer. Right now, the political system, its jugular is exposed. The powers that be know this, and they are terrified. They're trying to say it's anti-democracy. In actuality, it is all about democracy. Right now, the people can choose a regular citizen like myself to lead them into taking our government back, making decisions what's best for us, not decisions that essentially get them reelected. And that's really our problem with our state right now. We just need people that are willing to give a civic duty to our state and not worry about reelection. I want to thank you for your time, and I want to remind you, September 14th, please get out and vote if you have any comments.
So this Holly Bead I'm checking out, this Sam Gallucci I'm checking out. Essentially, I only got like 5 names or maybe 4 names because that damned Denver Stoner turned out to be a douchebag. So do not vote for Denver Stoner, okay? California, Denver Stoner's a douchebag. I do like the Capolovitz men. So the old Danny boy, Danny Capolovitz, Green Party man. He wants to nationalize electricity. He wants a basic income, universal health care. He wants instant runoff voting. He wants to end animal abuse in factory farming. He wants to stop ICE. He wants green public power. He wants criminal justice reform. Danny Capolovitz is a fantastic fucking choice. So I am happy with him, but my philosophy with voting is actually to research and look at every single one of these candidates and to look at their platform to see what kind of California they would bring, because there's, policy is the main thing. But there, the other consideration is, can they inspire? Can they, are they a good face for the thing? Can they? So policy is, I think, crucial. It's the main fucking thing. But if you can't implement your policy, then it doesn't fucking matter, now does it? So policy, whether or not you can implement it, optics, and then my own personal relationship. I like my little 10-point sort of test that I give to politicians. But yeah, Danny Capolovitz, again, he's for basic income. He's for health care, nationalizing electricity. He's a defense attorney. So, he's a defense attorney. So he's got to, he's basically been up against the system. Every goddamn client he has, he's up against the goddamn system. And, in our system, everybody deserves representation. He's in favor of instant runoff voting. He's for public financing for public elections. He wants green public power, criminal justice reform. He wants to end factory farming, stop ICE. And again, the basic income, health care, nationalizing electricity. There's a lot of really good fucking shit. A lot of really good fucking shit here. So Sam Gallucci, Holly Bead. I just came across this Holly Bead thing. Apparently she's against wearing masks. And she seems like, gorgeous, beautiful, blue eyes, white woman. And she's against the mask. So it's like, oh my God, was this some kind of hippie, some sort of hippie crystal stones kind of, just get the, which brands have I heard of? I've never heard of any of these brands. Car Gurus.
Over 3 weeks to go before California votes to either let Governor Newsom keep his job, finish out his term, or recall and pick someone else. KPIX5's Kenny Choi is live in Fairfax and talked to a Bay Area candidate you likely don't know too much about. Kenny?
Ken, that's right. She's one of 46 candidates gunning for the governor's job. She has voted for Barack Obama in the past and supported Bernie Sanders, and says she is not a Trump supporter, but she is anti-mask and has called the vaccine a poison. In this quiet town of Fairfax, just 20 miles north of San Francisco, one woman is crying out for her voice to be heard.
We're in a state of emergency is because we are literally being under siege by our government.
Holly Beatty is one of 46 candidates who wants to tackle homelessness, supports universal basic income, and believes the strategy to fight wildfires hasn't worked. She runs a private community center called Marcinick, where children do not have to wear masks.
We are abusing our children by asking them to wear masks when they should be having very important formative attachment moments in their lives with their parents, with their caregivers, with their teachers, and with each other.
Republican candidates, including former San Diego Mayor Kevin Faulconer, businessman John Cox, and others oppose mask mandates. Larry Elder called it an assault on freedom and has vowed to fight all vaccine requirements, too.
They're just pandering to folks out there that are already of that mindset for whatever reason. But yeah, I have no interest in those folks or supporting them.
These guys want to take us off that same COVID cliff that we're seeing every single night in Florida, in Texas, in Missouri.
What makes Beatty stand out in a crowded field is she's running as a Democrat who's against mask and vaccination mandates. Democratic candidate Kevin Paffrath from the South Bay is critical of how Newsom handled lockdowns, but not of the mandates.
The word vaccine has been used to try and instill trust in a substance which is not a vaccine at all.
We need leaders who have a clear message, and Governor Newsom's been consistent, and we'd rather move forward to getting rid of this epidemic so that we can all go back to a thriving economy.
So she's against the vaccinations. Kenny, what else is on her platform?
Yeah, so she says she supports more funding for social services, including trying to address homelessness. She believes that the criminal justice system is flawed and that needs to be changed. She also believes that there should be more funding for police and fire, not to defund it, but at the top of that list, she is looking to reverse those mask mandates and those vaccine requirements that...
Sounds pretty right-wing. I was pretty excited about you there, Holly.
I'm Nanda, candidate for California governor for this year's 2021 recall election. I'm a proud UCLA alumni, Catholic, conservative, and newly registered Democrat. I'm also a business owner. I was born and raised here in Orange, California, lived here all my life. I want to share with you why it's important for me to run for governor. The main thing that I want to do is, since this pandemic started, our world has been turned upside down, and I want to turn it right side up again. The two main ways I'm going to do that is through a statewide security plan, and number two is make life easier for the working class. Those are my two main focuses, and that's what I want to achieve. Benefits, solutions for the people. That's what I'm most interested in. I'm not interested in politics.
So vote Mando. He mentioned working class. He mentioned the working class, so let's go listen to Mando next.